Crowdfunding is a fascinating area, and in fact it's one of the areas that in the future we fully expect to open up and allow a much larger number of people to participate in early stage technology companies. As we've been entering this whole new world of disruptive innovations and new ways to invest and participate, it's become increasingly obvious that the ways companies were allowed to raise money and the way investors were allowed to invest money into companies needed to be rethought. And as a result, here in the US, our Congress brought in a new act, the Jobs Act, which made it a lot easier for us to invest in early stage technology companies. They allowed the companies freedom from some of the rules and regulations that had historically been in place. They also allowed the companies to raise money from more people, and they allowed the companies to solicit people that perhaps in the past they were not allowed to reach out to. All of these things that are in the Jobs Act and are detailed in the book just make it easier for us as investors to potentially invest in companies and for the companies to raise money from us. What's though even more interesting about crowdfunding, as this area is being increasingly described, is that a number of people have then asked the question, how do we use some of these new disruptive technologies to make all of this work even more easily? And that's what crowdfunding really is, especially equity crowdfunding. In equity crowdfunding, someone creates an online site with a bunch of technologies that enable companies to present who they are and how much money they want to raise and in what format, and allow investors to look at all of the companies that are trying to raise money and choose between them. And then the investment itself is effected, is made to happen in the crowdfunding platform. That's what crowdfunding is. It's an area that's definitely worth looking into because, of course, disruptive technologies are going to change equity investing in early stage companies just as they're changing every other industry. I think the question that we pose in the book, and the question really for the people watching this video, is do you believe crowdfunding is ready now to be one of the options that you're going to use to build your portfolio of technology and early stage companies? We think it has enormous potential, and we certainly are taking it very seriously ourselves. And in the book, we think that if you read the chapters on crowdfunding, it'll give you a better sense of whether this is something that you should be doing too.